Entity 8. If you've ever seen a dog and thought,
What the dog doing?
the answer is melting into a human-shaped, skinless, bone-thin thing and crawling toward you with bones poking through its own face. Entity 8 is one of the nastier residents of the Backrooms, warped hybrids of human and canine, created by something called Egremans syndrome. It's like rabies, but instead of tail wagging, you get spine cracking. Once infected, your bones twist, your limbs go sideways, and your brain rewires itself until you're just another drooling monster that's suddenly very interested in playing fetch and chasing everything that moves. Except the only thing it's fetching is your spine. So, to all the girls who said, drop on your knees and bark like you want it, I hope you're happy now. These ugly things haunt the darker, rotting levels, the ones even other entities avoid. Their claws are dulled from obsessively tearing at their own faces, and their limbs move like marionettes with broken strings. These things don't hump legs, they break them. They also sprint at the first sound. No tactics, just pure mad dog disease. And yes, they used to be people. Now they howl, snap, and sometimes swing sticks like cavemen on a bad acid trip. Get bitten? You've got 5 minutes to douse it in almond water, or you can start practicing your downward dog. And I already hear you. Just calmly back away. Sure, if by calmly you mean not crying while you reverse into another hound around the corner. Survival chance, 8%. Just stay quiet, barefoot, and unscented. Mr. X. Mr. X is the 7-foot-tall wall of muscle from Resident Evil 2 who treats social distancing like a challenge. At first, you think you're hearing things, but that's not your anxiety. It's Mr. Stompy Boots, 2 rooms away. And it gets worse. He's not just unkillable, he's clingy. It's a never-ending game of hide-and-seek with someone who doesn't understand the rules. And the weirdest part? No matter how far you run, it never feels like you've actually lost him. Mr. Kiss, please, give us some space. You'd expect this bioweapon to sprint and lunge, but no. He doesn't even have the audacity to chase you. He just walks, relentlessly, like he's got dinner plans where you're the date and the entree. You close a door, he opens it. Walls? Optional. You're trying to reload? He's already posing dramatically in your blind spot. Seems like this guy really can't take a hint. But the real scare comes when he finally reaches you. His steel fists can shatter skulls, his durability laughs in the face of bullets, and his patience is infinite. He's also got superhuman regeneration and endurance, shrugging off small arms fire like it's a mosquito bite. If you chop off his lower jaw in the remake, he grunts, but doesn't die. And if you finally manage to damage him enough, he loses his coat and upgrades into the Super Tyrant form. Bigger, faster, with claws the size of machetes. Survival chance? 4%. Stick to shadows, listen for those boots, and save the RPG for when flirting stops working. Kid Buu. What Kid Buu lacks in size, he makes up for in sheer relentless destruction. He looks like if Patrick Star and handsome Squidward had a baby, and then dropped it on its head, repeatedly, which honestly explains a lot. He literally woke up and immediately boomed a planet with no explanation. Then, before the dust even settled, he instant transmissioned across the galaxy, nuking planets because he felt like it. And I kid you not, he even pulled up to heaven just to swing hands with his dead ops, even though they were already dead. If that wasn't enough, he once emoted mid-match. Now that's a certified menace to society. And Buu does all this while looking like chewed-up bubblegum. His body can twist, snap, melt, and pull itself back together faster than you can land a punch. You can vaporize him, and he'll reform like it's nothing. He doesn't just heal, he adapts. Watch a move once and it's his. He doesn't talk much, but when he does, it's usually something like, "Me Buu, kill you," which sounds funny until you realize he means it. Kid Buu isn't just strong, he's unhinged. He doesn't scheme, he doesn't explain. He woke up and chose violence, then stayed violent. And when even Goku starts begging, that's your cue to stop fighting and start praying. Survival chance -5%. Because when the villain pulls up to the afterlife to finish the job, not even being dead saves you. Entity 67. The Partygoers. Sounds fun until you realize the balloons are full of chloroform, and the cake screams when you cut it. Imagine if Chuck E. Cheese joined a cult and started recruiting victims with balloons and fruit punch. You'd be getting close. These inflatable freaks are bright yellow, always grinning, and always dancing. Their home is Level Fun, aka SS Fun, a nightmare amusement park built for one purpose: death by party. Their parties look super fun, the kind of stuff that makes you think, oh, maybe this isn't so bad. Big mistake. Because once you're invited, you don't get to leave. And you're not just a guest, you're the entertainment and the dessert. Their idea of a welcome party is hacking Backrooms terminals to send you cheerful invites, complete with fake reviews and totally real survivor testimonials. They don't just throw parties, they control the PR. According to them, they're harmless fun lovers. According to reality, cannibal banana floaties with a marketing budget. Up close, they transform unsuspecting wanderers into more partygoers. They turn you into one of them, still human-looking, but joyfully murderous inside. Their packs operate like this. One distracts you with fake fun, another slaps their arm teeth around your neck, and a third carves you into party snacks. They also claim victory in something called the Fun War and promise endless joy forever. Their crimes include mass murder, cannibalism, and terrorism. However, there are no crimes when you're having fun, they insist. Survival chance? 100%. Just join the party, guys. It's super fun, and you totally have nothing to worry about. You can join by subscribing to my channel. Don't miss this chance. Dio. Dio is one of the main villains of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, where people beat each other up in slow motion and high fashion. Born in 1800s, London to an abusive drunk, Dio climbed the social ladder by poisoning his dad and charming his way into the wealthy Joestar family. Then, he tortured their son, burned the family dog alive, and did all this before his 20s. Must have been puberty hitting like a truck. Eventually, he found a stone mask that turned him into a vampire. Immortality? Check. Super strength? Check. Zero empathy? Already had it. He once killed a cat and fed its head to a guy for laughs. And if you're wondering why people still lose to this goofy, silly dude, he's fast, immortal, and extremely dramatic. He yells, "It was me, Dio," before sucker punching your legacy and drinking your grandpa. If that isn't enough, he awakens a stand called the World, which lets him stop time. While you're frozen, he strolls up, adjusts his collar, and caves in your skull. Some stands can weaken him, but only if you get the chance to fight back, which you won't. He's not only unbeatable because he's strong, but he's also smart and patient. And he's versatile. His squad includes a gorilla, a baby, a grapist, 3 women, and even a Frenchman. Truly diverse evil. And his biggest crime? Being too sexy? His actual biggest crime? Turning a mother into a zombie so she'd eat her baby. Not out of necessity, just to see it happen. Survival chance? 2%. Because Zawarudo isn't a catchphrase. It's your funeral music. The Dredge. The Dredge is the darkest terror, lurking in Dead by Daylight, born from the twisted fear of a cult called the Fold. The Fold tried to build a utopia on positive thinking. But when paranoia and death took over, their collective panic gave birth to the Dredge. It's literally fear, shaped by blood, powered by the mysterious auric cells that fuel the entity's realm. This fear manifests as a mess of rotting body parts and doll arms, wearing loose shadow instead of clothes. No face, just a pulsing shadow, with pieces of meat stuck to it like a hairy lollipop. You might think it looks like a corpse turkey, or worse, a grotesque nutsack, if you weren't too busy running for your life. But this running isn't going to get you anywhere. The Dredge doesn't chase. It surfaces. Lockers slam, lights flicker. You feel its presence before you even see it. In daylight, it's already creepy. But at nightfall, the Dredge hides in lockers, while plunging everything into pitch blackness. Honestly, I would welcome the dark if it meant not having to look at that ugly thing. Lights go out, you can't see a thing, and it teleports from locker to locker, hunting you by the sound of your panic. It's like hide and seek, except if you lose, you disappear. No blood, no scream, just gone. The only thing that slows it down is light, but try holding a shaky flashlight steady when your fight or flight just hits wet yourself. Survival chance, 5%. Don't huddle in lockers. And please, think good thoughts if you can. Jaws. Jaws is a 7-foot-tall mercenary with the bite force of a hydraulic press and the survival instincts of a Looney Tunes character. He appears in 2 classic James Bond films, where he's less a hired assassin and more a walking demolition crew in a suit. He's best known for his steel teeth, custom-fitted grills capable of biting through chains, locks, and human necks. He's basically the OG grills influencer, except instead of rapping, he rips open elevators with his face. And while that is already goofy, it's paired with near-superhuman strength, resilience, and a talent for brushing off anything that should reasonably kill a man. He survives a plane's mid-air explosion, walks away from a collapsing cable car, and even bites a shark's neck clean off. And while he's nearly indestructible, this dude isn't just dumb muscle. He's sharp, calculating, and relentless. Hunting Bond through Egyptian pyramids, speeding trains, and even outer space. He traps targets, adapts mid-fight, and will bite and strangle you in the tightest space before you even register what's happening. If he corners you, those jaws and that death grip will put you down fast. His body deflects bullets, his hands crush bones, and he doesn't stop unless something stronger puts him down. And so far, nothing has. Survival chance? 15%. Maybe higher if you've got a fridge magnet strong enough to rip out dental implants. Carnage. Another freaky villain for the ladies, huh? So, ever wonder what happens when a psychopath bonds with an alien parasite? You get pure, unfiltered chaos, wearing a red suit. This guy started off as Cletus Kasady, a serial killer with no remorse, no guilt, and no limits. But then he bonded with an alien creature, a symbiote, and became something much worse. Garbage. Carnage. The symbiote that made Venom had a child, and that child bonded with Kasady. But unlike Venom, who sometimes tries to do the right thing, Carnage only wants chaos, pain, and death. He's extremely fast, strong, and almost impossible to kill. He can also heal himself quickly, crawl on walls, and turn his blood into weapons. Sharp blades, long tentacles, or even webs. If that wasn't enough, his freaky ass doesn't need to breathe and can even survive in places like outer space. But what makes him truly terrifying is the madness feeding his might. The more carnage he causes, the stronger he gets. He once contaminated a whole Colorado town's water supply with symbiote spores, transforming residents into screaming, red-eyed monsters. And before the mayhem, he ate a whole slaughterhouse full of cows, probably to stock up. Definitely not vegan. Thinking of fighting him? Good luck. Carnage survives anything. He's been dropped from planes, exploded, even yeeted into the stars, and he still treats it all like a mild inconvenience. Survival chance? 1%. Unless you have sonic weapons, fire, and a miracle, you're probably not getting out alive. And that concludes the list, folks. If any of these creeps show up, just remember, it's not about winning, it's about dying with dignity.